Imagine waking up every morning feeling alert, energized, and completely in tune with your body, just like a 100-year-old Japanese doctor who has lived decades longer than most, not by miracle, but by mastering one simple habit. What if I told you that the secret to long life, sharper mind, and a resilient body isn't hidden in exotic supplements, fancy treatments, or extreme diets, but in something as basic and natural as the way you drink water? The truth is, every sip you take sends a signal to your cells, telling them how to repair, detoxify, and function optimally. When done correctly, hydration can support your heart, kidneys, immune system, brain, and even your DNA, essentially setting the stage for longevity and vitality. Today, we're going to explore the science behind hydration and why this simple daily ritual has allowed some of the healthiest, longest living people on the planet to thrive well into their 90s and beyond. You'll learn how timing, consistency, and the way you consume water can transform your metabolism, improve circulation, strengthen immunity, support your gut, and even slow the aging process at a cellular level. By the end of this speech, you'll understand that longevity isn't about luck or genetics. It's about activating your body's natural systems through mindful, simple habits. And the best part, you can start immediately today with something you do every single day. Stay with me until the end, because the secret you're about to discover could completely change how you think about your health, your energy, and the years ahead. This isn't just about living longer. It's about living stronger, sharper, and healthier every single day. Cellular hydration is one of the most overlooked foundations of longevity, yet it operates at the most fundamental level of human biology. Every cell in your body is composed largely of water, and this internal fluid environment determines how efficiently that cell performs its duties. When cells are properly hydrated, nutrients can enter more easily, waste products can exit efficiently, and biochemical reactions occur with optimal precision. Dehydration, even at mild levels, thickens the internal environment, slowing transport systems and increasing metabolic stress. Water maintains the structural integrity of proteins and cell membranes. It allows enzymes to fold correctly and carry out chemical reactions that repair DNA, produce energy, and synthesize essential molecules. Mitochondria, the energy-producing structures within cells, depend on a stable fluid balance to generate ATP effectively. When hydration drops, mitochondrial efficiency declines, leading to fatigue and increased production of harmful free radicals that accelerate aging. Detoxification at the cellular level also relies heavily on water. Metabolic processes constantly generate byproducts such as carbon dioxide, urea, and other waste compounds. Adequate hydration ensures these substances are diluted and transported out through the bloodstream to the kidneys, lungs, and skin. Without sufficient water, waste can accumulate, increasing oxidative stress and inflammation, two key drivers of chronic disease and aging. Cellular communication is another critical factor. Hormones, neurotransmitters, and signaling molecules travel through aqueous environments. Proper hydration ensures these signals move smoothly and reach their intended targets without delay. Even immune cells depend on fluid balance to circulate efficiently and respond rapidly to threats. Over decades, consistent hydration supports tissue elasticity, maintains blood volume, and preserves the delicate balance of electrolytes that regulate heart rhythm and muscle contraction. Longevity is not only about preventing disease, but about sustaining cellular performance year after year. And that performance begins with something as simple and powerful as maintaining optimal hydration within every living cell of the body. The morning water activation ritual is rooted in the body's natural circadian biology and its need to restore balance after several hours without fluid intake. During sleep, the body continues to breathe, sweat, and perform metabolic processes, all of which consume water. By the time you wake up, you are naturally in a mildly dehydrated state. Blood volume is slightly reduced, and circulation can be less efficient. Drinking water immediately after waking helps replenish this deficit and jumpstart essential physiological systems. When water enters the digestive system in the morning, it is rapidly absorbed into the bloodstream, increasing plasma volume and improving circulation. Better circulation enhances oxygen delivery to tissues and supports the removal of overnight metabolic waste products. This early hydration also stimulates kidney function, promoting the elimination of toxins that accumulated during cellular repair processes that occur while sleeping. Morning hydration can influence metabolism as well. Studies show that drinking water temporarily increases resting energy expenditure through a process called water-induced thermogenesis. The body expends energy to warm and distribute the fluid, which gently activates metabolic pathways. This subtle stimulation supports alertness and can improve mental clarity during the early hours of the day. The gastrointestinal system also benefits. Water helps prepare the stomach lining, stimulates bowel movement reflexes, and supports smoother digestion throughout the day. Adequate hydration improves the consistency of intestinal contents, reducing strain and supporting a healthy microbiome environment. From a hormonal perspective, drinking water upon waking may help regulate cortisol's natural morning peak. Cortisol rises early in the day to promote alertness, and proper hydration ensures this response remains balanced rather than exaggerated by dehydration stress. Over decades, this simple daily ritual supports stable circulation, efficient detoxification, metabolic balance, and digestive regularity, forming a consistent foundation for long-term vitality and resilience. Water plays a critical role in maintaining blood vessel health, which is one of the strongest predictors of longevity. The inner lining of blood vessels, known as the endothelium, is a thin but powerful layer of cells that regulates circulation, blood pressure, clotting, and immune function. For the endothelium to function properly, it requires a stable fluid environment and adequate blood volume, both of which depend directly on hydration status. When the body is well hydrated, blood maintains an optimal viscosity, meaning it flows smoothly through arteries, veins, and capillaries. Proper flow reduces mechanical stress on vessel walls and supports the release of nitric oxide, a molecule produced by endothelial cells that relaxes and dilates blood vessels. Nitric oxide improves circulation, lowers blood pressure, and enhances oxygen delivery to tissues. Mild dehydration can thicken the blood slightly, forcing the heart to work harder and placing additional strain on the vascular system over time. Hydration also influences electrolyte balance, particularly sodium and potassium levels, which are essential for maintaining healthy vascular tone and heart rhythm. An imbalance caused by insufficient fluid intake can contribute to elevated blood pressure and reduced arterial flexibility. Over years, chronic strain on blood vessels increases the risk of atherosclerosis, heart attack, and stroke. In addition, water supports the transport of nutrients and antioxidants that protect the endothelium from oxidative damage. It assists in clearing inflammatory molecules from circulation, reducing low-grade inflammation that can damage vessel walls. Proper hydration helps maintain the elasticity of arteries, allowing them to expand and contract efficiently with each heartbeat. Long-lived populations often exhibit strong vascular health well into advanced age, and this resilience is supported by consistent daily hydration. By simply maintaining adequate fluid intake, the circulatory system remains more efficient, the heart experiences less stress, and tissues throughout the body receive the oxygen and nutrients necessary for sustained vitality across decades. Detoxification through the kidneys is one of the body's most essential longevity mechanisms, and water is the primary driver of this system. Every minute, blood flows through the kidneys, where microscopic filtering units called nephrons remove metabolic waste, excess salts, and unwanted byproducts generated by normal cellular activity. These wastes include urea from protein metabolism, creatinine from muscle activity, and various toxins absorbed from the environment. Without adequate hydration, this filtration process becomes less efficient, placing strain on the kidneys and increasing the concentration of waste in the bloodstream. Water acts as a transport medium, dissolving soluble waste products so they can be safely excreted through urine. When fluid intake is sufficient, urine remains diluted, reducing the risk of crystal formation that can lead to kidney stones. Proper hydration also prevents excessive reabsorption of waste compounds back into circulation, lowering the burden on other detoxification systems such as the liver. Beyond simple waste removal, hydration supports stable blood pressure within the kidneys. Adequate fluid levels help maintain proper perfusion pressure, ensuring that filtration occurs smoothly without damaging delicate kidney structures. Chronic low fluid intake can activate stress hormones like vasopressin, signaling the body to conserve water, which over time may contribute to increased blood pressure and metabolic strain. Efficient kidney function also influences systemic inflammation. When toxins accumulate, they can trigger inflammatory pathways and oxidative stress, both associated with accelerated aging and chronic disease. By maintaining consistent hydration, the body reduces this inflammatory load and supports cleaner circulation. Over decades, the cumulative effect of optimal kidney filtration contributes to metabolic balance, electrolyte stability, and toxin clearance. This daily process, often unnoticed, becomes a cornerstone of resilience, allowing the body to maintain internal purity and reduce the slow buildup of stress that undermines long-term health and vitality. Hydration plays a direct and often underestimated role in strengthening the immune system because immune defense depends on efficient circulation, cellular mobility, and balanced inflammatory responses. Every immune cell, from white blood cells to lymphocytes and macrophages, operates within a fluid environment. Adequate hydration ensures that blood and lymph flow smoothly, allowing immune cells to travel quickly to sites of infection or injury. When the body is even mildly dehydrated, circulation can slow, reducing the speed and efficiency of immune surveillance. The lymphatic system, which is essential for immune function, relies heavily on fluid balance. Unlike the circulatory system, the lymphatic system does not have a central pump like the heart. It depends on body movement and proper hydration to transport lymph fluid, which carries immune cells and removes cellular waste. Insufficient water intake can cause lymph fluid to become more concentrated, impairing detoxification and slowing immune response time. Hydration also supports the physical barriers that protect against pathogens. Mucous membranes in the respiratory and digestive tracts require moisture to function effectively. Properly hydrated mucosal linings trap bacteria and viruses, preventing them from penetrating deeper into tissues. Dry membranes are more vulnerable to microtears and infection, increasing susceptibility to illness. On a cellular level, immune reactions generate metabolic byproducts and inflammatory molecules. Water helps dilute and clear these substances after an immune response has occurred, preventing prolonged inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation is a major contributor to aging and degenerative diseases, so efficient resolution of immune activation is essential for long-term health. Temperature regulation is another factor. Fever is a natural immune defense mechanism, and maintaining hydration during immune activation ensures stable circulation and prevents excessive strain on the cardiovascular system. Over decades, consistent hydration supports rapid immune responsiveness, balanced inflammation, and effective detoxification, creating an internal environment where the body can defend itself efficiently while minimizing collateral damage to healthy tissues. Water timing versus water quantity is a subtle but crucial factor in maximizing the benefits of hydration for long-term health. While most people focus solely on how much water they drink each day, scientific insights and longevity practices from cultures with high life expectancy suggest that when you drink can significantly influence circulation, metabolism, digestion, and cellular repair. Drinking large volumes sporadically may not provide the same benefits as consuming water at strategic times throughout the day because the body absorbs and utilizes fluids most efficiently when intake aligns with physiological rhythms. The first critical window is immediately upon waking. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep, the body is naturally in a mildly dehydrated state. Blood volume is slightly reduced, kidneys have been conserving water, and metabolic waste has accumulated. Drinking water at this time jumpstarts circulation, stimulates kidney function, and supports the elimination of overnight toxins. It also gently activates metabolism, preparing the digestive system and organs for nutrient absorption throughout the day. Even a moderate amount of water in the morning can have a more significant effect than drinking large amounts later when the body is already hydrated. Another key timing consideration is before meals. Consuming water about 20-30 minutes prior to eating can aid digestion by prehydrating the stomach and supporting enzyme activity. This approach helps prevent overeating by promoting early satiety and improves the breakdown of nutrients once food enters the digestive tract. In contrast, drinking excessive amounts during meals can dilute digestive enzymes and gastric acids, slightly slowing nutrient absorption, particularly in older adults whose digestive efficiency naturally declines. Hydration around physical activity is also strategic. Drinking water before, during, and after exercise ensures that circulation, muscle function, and thermoregulation remain optimal. Timing water intake in small, consistent intervals prevents sudden shifts in blood volume that could stress the heart or kidneys while supporting efficient removal of metabolic byproducts generated by active tissues. Finally, spacing water intake evenly throughout the day maintains stable cellular hydration and electrolyte balance, preventing the subtle chronic dehydration that can drive inflammation, fatigue, and cognitive decline. Long-lived populations often follow routines of measured hydration rather than consuming excessive amounts at irregular times. Over decades, this disciplined approach enhances kidney function, vascular health, immune efficiency, and overall metabolic stability, forming a foundation for resilient longevity. Hydration has a profound impact on gut microbiome balance, which in turn affects digestion, nutrient absorption, immunity, and overall longevity. The digestive tract is home to trillions of microorganisms that rely on a stable, hydrated environment to function properly. Water helps maintain the proper consistency of intestinal contents, allowing beneficial bacteria to thrive while preventing the overgrowth of harmful species. When the gut is adequately hydrated, peristalsis, the rhythmic movement of the intestines, occurs efficiently, supporting the smooth passage of nutrients and waste. Adequate fluid intake also supports the production of mucus in the gastrointestinal tract. This mucus serves as both a protective barrier for intestinal cells and a habitat for microbial communities. A well-hydrated gut lining encourages microbial diversity, which is associated with lower inflammation, improved metabolic function, and enhanced immune responses. Conversely, dehydration can lead to a thicker, drier intestinal environment, which may slow nutrient absorption, increase constipation, and create conditions that favor harmful bacteria over beneficial ones. Water also facilitates the breakdown and transport of soluble fibers, which act as prebiotics. fuel for beneficial bacteria. When these fibers are properly hydrated, gut microbes ferment them into short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which strengthen the intestinal lining, reduce inflammation, and provide energy for colon cells. This process highlights how hydration directly amplifies the positive effects of fiber-rich foods on microbial health. Beyond digestion, the gut microbiome communicates with other organ systems, including the brain and immune system. A well-hydrated gut supports this communication by maintaining a balanced environment for microbial signaling molecules to form and travel effectively. Over time, consistent hydration creates a resilient gut ecosystem that optimizes digestion, supports immunity, regulates inflammation, and contributes to the overall longevity seen in populations with disciplined hydration practices. Plant-based bioactive compounds found in fruits, vegetables, herbs, and teas play a crucial role in supporting health and longevity, and hydration helps maximize their benefits. These compounds, which include polyphenols, flavonoids, carotenoids, and glucosinolates, act as signaling molecules that influence cellular repair, detoxification, inflammation, and metabolic pathways. When consumed alongside adequate water, these molecules are more effectively absorbed and transported throughout the body, allowing them to reach tissues where they can activate protective mechanisms and support overall vitality. Water aids in the solubilization of these bioactive compounds, enhancing their bioavailability. Many plant compounds are fat or water soluble, and without sufficient hydration, they may pass through the digestive tract without being absorbed efficiently. Proper hydration ensures that the compounds interact optimally with enzymes, gut microbes, and cell receptors, enhancing their antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and immune-supporting effects. Additionally, water supports the gut microbiome, which is essential for metabolizing bioactive compounds into forms that are more active in the body. Beneficial bacteria ferment polyphenols and fibers, producing metabolites like short-chain fatty acids that strengthen the intestinal lining, reduce systemic inflammation, and support cardiovascular and brain health. A hydrated gut environment improves microbial activity, creating a synergistic effect between water and plant compounds. These bioactive molecules also influence gene expression and cellular defense pathways. Hydration ensures that the cellular environment is optimal for these processes, allowing polyphenols and other compounds to modulate epigenetic mechanisms that turn protective genes on and harmful pathways off. By combining adequate water intake with a plant-rich diet, the body can harness the full spectrum of benefits these compounds provide. Over time, this synergy strengthens cellular resilience, reduces oxidative stress, enhances detoxification, and supports metabolic and immune systems, all of which are foundational for long-term health and longevity. Daily consistency in hydration is one of the most powerful yet often overlooked strategies for long-term health and longevity. While many people focus on drinking large amounts of water sporadically, it is the habit of consuming fluids regularly throughout the day that creates lasting benefits for circulation, metabolism, detoxification, and cellular function. The body operates most efficiently when hydration is steady because cellular, vascular, and metabolic processes rely on a consistent aqueous environment to function optimally. Consistent hydration supports kidney function by maintaining stable blood volume and pressure, which allows the kidneys to filter toxins efficiently. This reduces the buildup of waste products in the bloodstream and prevents chronic stress on these vital organs. It also ensures that electrolytes remain balanced, supporting nerve signaling, muscle function, and heart rhythm over decades. When hydration is irregular, even mild dehydration can accumulate silently, increasing oxidative stress and inflammation. On a cellular level, steady water intake allows nutrients to reach cells effectively and metabolic waste to be removed without interruption. Enzymatic reactions, mitochondrial energy production, and protein folding all depend on a fluid environment. Regular hydration supports these processes consistently, whereas intermittent or irregular fluid intake can temporarily impair them, causing fatigue, cognitive sluggishness, and metabolic inefficiency. Daily hydration also promotes vascular health. Blood viscosity remains balanced, allowing the heart to pump efficiently and nitric oxide signaling to regulate vessel dilation. This reduces the risk of hypertension, endothelial stress, and long-term cardiovascular disease. It also supports immune function, as lymph fluid and circulating immune cells move more efficiently when hydration is steady, enhancing the body's ability to detect and respond to threats. Ultimately, daily consistency in drinking water creates a stable internal environment that supports detoxification, nutrient delivery, circulation, and immune defenses. Over years and decades, this simple habit helps the body maintain resilience, reduces chronic stress on organs, and contributes to healthy aging and longevity. Longevity is influenced not only by diet and hydration, but also by lifestyle habits such as sleep, physical activity, and stress management, which work together to maintain optimal health over decades. Adequate sleep allows the body to repair tissues, consolidate memory, and regulate hormones that control appetite, metabolism, and immune function. During deep sleep, growth hormone is released, supporting cellular repair and maintaining muscle and bone health. Chronic sleep deprivation, even mild, can lead to elevated cortisol levels, impaired immune responses, and increased inflammation, all of which accelerate aging and increase disease risk. Regular physical activity complements hydration and nutrition by improving circulation, enhancing metabolic efficiency, and supporting heart and vascular health. Exercise stimulates the production of mitochondria, the energy centers of cells, and strengthens muscles, bones, and joints. It also activates anti-inflammatory pathways, helping to counteract the subtle chronic inflammation that develops with age. Even moderate daily movement, like walking or stretching, ensures blood flow remains robust and immune cells can reach tissues efficiently. Stress management is equally critical. Chronic psychological stress keeps the body in a prolonged fight or flight state, raising cortisol and inflammatory markers, disrupting digestion, and impairing cognitive function. Techniques such as mindfulness, meditation, deep breathing, and engaging in enjoyable activities help activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the state of rest and repair, reducing physiological strain on the body. These lifestyle factors interact synergistically. Adequate sleep enhances exercise performance and stress resilience, while regular movement improves sleep quality and circulation. Proper stress management supports metabolic balance and immune function, allowing the body to respond effectively to challenges without excessive wear and tear. When combined with consistent hydration and nutrient-dense foods, these habits create an internal environment where cells, organs, and systems function optimally, supporting vitality, resilience, and a higher likelihood of reaching 100 years or more in health and strength. In conclusion, living to 100 and beyond is not about luck, genetics, or extreme measures. It is about the small, consistent choices we make every day. The body is designed to heal, detoxify, and regenerate, and water is one of the simplest yet most powerful tools to activate these natural systems. From cellular hydration to kidney detoxification, immune efficiency, gut health, vascular support, and even cognitive clarity, proper hydration influences nearly every aspect of long-term health. When combined with mindful lifestyle habits such as consistent sleep, regular movement, stress management, and a nutrient-rich diet, water becomes a cornerstone of vitality and resilience. The story of the Japanese oldest doctor thriving into advanced age shows us that longevity is not a secret reserved for the few. It is the result of discipline, awareness, and daily practices that support the body's natural mechanisms. Drinking water the right way at the right time and consistently over decades helps maintain circulation, optimize metabolism, enhance immunity, and preserve cellular function. It is a habit that supports life, energy, and health span, empowering us to live not just longer but better. May you take these insights and make them part of your daily routine. May each sip of water remind you of the power you have to protect your health, strengthen your body, and invest in your future vitality. Consistency, awareness, and mindful habits are the keys to thriving well into your golden years. Good luck on your journey toward vibrant longevity, and thank you for your attention, your dedication to your health, and your commitment to living a long, energetic, and purposeful life.